Okay, I want to share some other scenarios that sometimes happen with these intersection problems. Let's graph this first. Okay, so if you forgot the last lesson, something to keep in mind, x is less than or equal to 3. We said you could either use a filled-in circle or a bracket with this. So in this example, we got a bracket. This arrow is matching with this right here. Notice this arrow here is matching with this arrow right here. Notice there's no line underneath, so this time we have a parenthesis instead of a bracket. Keep in mind what and means. And means intersection, which means what they have in common. So your final graph will just look like that right there. Let's make that like a little bit neater though. Okay, so that's the answer to your final graph. A lot of times they're going to want you to put it in what's called interval notation. Interval notation looks just like this. You're going to take this, bring it straight down. Take this, bring it straight down. Take your 2, bring it down. Take your 3, bring it down. Throw a comma between. And then it's an interval notation at that point. Okay. Sometimes these can be a little bit tricky. They'll do a little bit of weird things. I'll show you an example of what I mean here. I'm going to change this 2 to a 5. Okay, so x is greater than 5. That's this one right here. X is less than or equal to 3. That means that right there. Common mistake I see is people want to put this and this down for their answer. Or they'll do something like this. They'll say, you know, this one is 5, and because that's going on forever, infinity, which technically this would mean this if it was just by itself. And then they'll come over here and say, well, this one is 3, and because that one's going on in the negative direction forever, negative infinity. So people that do this have a good understanding of how this works because, like I said, this by itself means this. This by itself means this. The problem is we have to go back to what this means. This means what the two have in common. And since this and this do not overlap, the answer would be no solution.